system is going to crash because of this stupid equation, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with the system. There's nothing wrong with people working and getting paid, and all that stuff works, and the whole thing's going to crash simply because we're going to be forced to pay a bunch of IOUs we can't fucking pay.
Don't you think that?
What do you think of the medical?
I think it's
Sorry about that.
I think it's a bailout for the corporate motherfuckers. It's just another bailout, you know.
Well, I was talking about
who is that?
Protesting.
Well, it's bailout the
isn't
health
this
insurance companies. First it was the banks, now it's the health insurance companies. They're just taking all our money and bailing these fuckers out.
They're not bailing them out because they're not in trouble.
They're not bailing them out because they're not in trouble.
They're doing fine.
Mandam.
America's not in trouble in the same way that, you know, health insurance companies aren't in trouble.
Health insurance companies aren't in trouble. Insurance companies are in trouble. So most health insurance companies are a fucking goddamn part of some other insurance company that's ended up insuring a bunch of bullshit and owning a bunch of this fucking bad debt that exists out there that they've been trading in and making huge profits on. So that's the reason why they're in trouble, is because they bought a bunch of bad commodities that the government has to buy back from them now because they're no fucking good. And that's the bullshit of this whole thing. So, but they've made a ton of money on healthcare premiums.
Mandam, isn't the heart of this problem the corporate?
It's odd that
This problem,
Look, math fails. Just shut the fuck up, okay? You just keep talking.
Math fails. Just shut the fuck up, okay? You just keep talking, interrupting me now.
I think that may have been me.
I mean, not math, I mean, old hacks. Jesus Christ.
No.
Wait, was that Math Fails again? No, I want to talk to Math Fails. Gary, let me talk to Math Fails.
Yeah,
hey,
no,
Matt.
Math fails. It wasn't him.
Yeah, no,
it's
it's Matt.
hacks.
No, that
Math
wasn't
fails
me.
is just doing.
No, Math fails is
that's
just
what
doing
that
his
is. Old
process.
hacks. I thought
He's
that
not
was
talking.
Math Fails. How you doing, bro?
I mean, girl.
Mandam.
You know, I say, yeah, bro.
Bro, sis.
Mandam, isn't the heart of the problem the corporate control?
Corporate sis, dude.
Control. Isn't that what we should be protesting?
The corporations.
Don't
The problem.
Aren't
The
the
problem.
problem.
The profiteering is the problem. It's the ownership that is the problem. When people are demanding a 10% return on their equity, it has to come out of somebody. Somebody has to pay them that profit on their ownership. So that's the problem here. I mean, I'm against corporations, don't get me wrong. I'd rather have a public option. Should always exist for every industry. There should be a public option, a public choice, a publicly owned choice. I mean publicly owned in the true sense of that fucking word. But corporations aren't the evil. The evil is there's a ton of people demanding a huge profit. So the only corporations invested in are ones that return huge profits. The venture capitalists will not invest in something unless it's ripping the consumer off, because it has to provide a profit.
You seem to be forgetting lobbyists, though.
Yeah, incentivize.
Well, look, you want to have this government conspiracy. The government's making the rich rich. It's not the government making the rich rich, okay? The rich have gotten rich because there isn't enough government stopping them, okay? It's not so much that they're helping them, it's that they're not stopping them. They're just doing what naturally happens in capitalism. Capitalism naturally consolidates wealth, and if there's no force to stop the consolidation, then this is what you fucking get. You get a renter society.
So what's the force? What's the force to stop them?
The what? The only thing that can stop them is you do the traditional revolution thing. The people get their pitchfork and they say, find the aristos and cut their fucking heads off. I mean, it has to be a revolution. You have to say, no more are we going to invest in a lottery economy. We're going to pay people for working. We're not going to pay them to sit on their ass or pop out of vaginas and do the rest of that crap. They're going to actually have to earn money to get money.
Gary, they do earn money because all the consumers, all of us, we choose to buy their products and we say, yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it to have a $1 hamburger from McDonald's. So I'm going to continue to give the McDonald's executives all their money. The money doesn't just come out of thin air. I mean, they take it from us and we agree to give it to them.
Well, whatever. You can say that bullshit all you want. We don't agree to do any of that crap. We live in a civilization.
We live in a civilization, okay? And you have expectations.
And you're not going to spend, you know, when you're working hard for your $10, you're not going to spend your $10 and say, okay, I'm going to spend 3 times as much as the value of this thing just to thumb my nose at the corporation. That ain't going to work. Okay, you're not going to live too long that way. So you gotta compromise, and you gotta do business with the devil. And the only way to do it is to fix it so you have a public option, so you have choices. We don't have choices in this economy. It's just bullshit to say we agree. It's like saying the slaves agreed to be slaves because they didn't what? Commit suicide? Come on.
Thinking we need a political movement where the goal is personal sovereignty, where we're finally freed from our slavery, including wage slavery and what?
Yeah, we were all declared slaves by the Constitution, basically.
Yeah, we were all.
Yeah, well, what, old hacks, if you're gonna talk,
Well,
at least
how so?
turn the mic up a little bit.
How so? I don't understand that. I mean, it sounds cool, but in what part of the Constitution do you find that?
Where it says all legislative power resides in the Congress. They left us out of the picture.
The Congress is the people.
No, because
The Congress is.
You fucktard.
You fucktard.
Constitution.
Fucking
About
Constitution.
defining that representation, you stupid motherfucker.
Yeah,
so I can
South
say,
Korea, it
the
says
very
all
document that
legislative power
gives you
resides
power,
in the
gives you
Congress.
document
Power.
takes your power away. That's kind of stupid.
That's kind of stupid.
Gary, some people don't think the Congress is the people.
Hey, it's not a good enough democracy. It's not representative. It needs huge fixes, okay? But the fact of the matter is that it's a populist democracy. It's not a representative democracy. So we got to fix that part so the minorities have representation. They're earned representation.
Minorities have representation. They're earned representation.
Ideological minorities. The only thing we represent now is geography, and that's got to be changed. I'm not my geography. I'm my ideology. My ideology deserves a representative, not my fucking goddamn geography.
What does, oh my God, it's Chris think? That's what I want to know.
Fruits. I especially like
She's
frozen
got EU
fruits.
medicine.
Oh, frozen fruits. Chocolate covered frozen fruits. There, that's what she's thinking.
I didn't get to hear,
I
Piro.
get the
Did you have a
feeling
question?
that Romania is like super modern. Romania is super modern, that's my impression.
It's getting there, damn it. God damn, I vote for Romania. Yes.
I mean,
I
they
vote
got
for
the
Romania.
internet, they got the tubes, they got the frozen fruit. What the hell else do you need?
Sounds pretty sweet to me.
Yeah, we just
They
got
got
frozen fruits last year, so we're getting there.
You're done then. That's it. That's the last step, frozen fruit. South Park, it goes to South Park and frozen fruit.
Well, you ruined my little McDonald's song.
You've got pizza, sure. Right, you have pizza.
Once you have that, you have civilization.
No
right?
pizza.
That's all you need.
Don't listen to Gary.
Once you have that, you have civilization, right?
No pizza. Don't
That's all
listen
you
to
need.
Gary. He's from New Jersey.
Yeah, we got pizza all over the goddamn place. Goddamn, it's like 4 pizza parlors in this town.
No, in Romania.
Like 4
Who's
pizza
the
parlors.
fucktard now, Gary? In Romania, of course you got pizza. I think pizza's from New Jersey, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they probably have Bosnian pies over there.
The mafia invented
Romanian
pizza.
pie.
Yeah, well, they probably have.
Yes, pizza was invented in New Jersey, just like Red Number 40. Yes.
Yay for New Jersey. I think we invented dioxin, too.
What I really want to know is where Jägermeister was invented.
Dioxin, too.